Hi, ladies. Welcome to using AI in your photo booth business. Today, we are going to talk about some different ways that you can use AI to support you in your business, and just learn a little bit about what it is and how it can help us. So, full disclosure, I am extremely new to this. I just started playing around with it about a month or two ago, and I have learned a lot, but there is just unlimited information. So please be patient with me as things that I tell you, I'm not an expert at any of this. And so I welcome any feedback, any comments, any experiences that you've had, because we are all here to learn, and it's awesome if we can just help each other and learn together. So first, since it's just me, so think about how you use AI on a regular business or on a regular basis, and if you use it for your business, how you do that. A lot of you may have a CRM, which in theory is kind of like an AI. It has a lot of automations and has a lot of streamlining and things to make your business run more efficiently and streamline those things. And a lot of them, I believe, have been adding AI to a lot of their services that they're offering you. So things we're going to talk about today. What is AI? How can AI help me? The applications that it has that I could use in my business, and then using it in an ethical manner. So first, what is it? AI, artificial intelligence, field of computer science, where we try to make machines think and act like humans, like teaching a computer to be smart and learn from experiences just like us. Obviously, it's not going to have any feelings or anything like that. I mean, and just reading this by itself, without any other context, making machines think and act like humans is a little scary to think about it like that. But AI is here to stay. So I really believe that we really need to learn a little bit about it so that we can use it to our benefit and take advantage of the opportunities that we have to make our lives simpler, to make our businesses run a little easier, so we can save time for ourselves to do other things. So why the sudden hype over AI? Basically, in the fall of 2022, AI was unleashed to the public domain. So when something that used to have access was only by like scientists, engineers, doctors, things like that, now we have access to it. So a few companies that are familiar to us. So the biggest one is OpenAI is a company, and they have their text-to-image generator called DALL-E, and that was released in 2021. Big tech companies have used it, and now it is available to us. AI's text and service is called ChatGPT, and that's the one that we're going to talk about today. It's it's one of many powerful AI systems that are working with the more on the physical verbal format of this. A couple others. Microsoft began using AI in their online browsers. Google announced its program called Imagen Video. They also created an AI art tool. It's called Kitchen App. I don't know anything about these at all, so I would just, check into them yourself and just sort of see which things resonate with you and which you might be able to use for your own use. So, do you use AI in your life? You might be somebody who thinks that you're not using AI. But so let me ask you a few questions. Do you use virtual assistants like Alexa or Siri? Are you on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter? Those are using algorithms. Do you watch online streaming apps like Netflix or Hulu who give online recommendations of movies to watch? Your email filters with spam detection, that's all AI. Your smartphone photography, so filters, effects, auto enhance, that's all done by AI. Your navigation apps, Google and Apple Maps, any online customer service that has an automated chat is AI, as well as language translation such as Google Translate. So think about for a second, think if you've used it more than you actually thought that you have in your life. Maybe it's not so scary after all. So here's a few artistic examples of AI. This aspect I know nothing about. However, my adult son, he plays a lot with this. He's been doing a lot with this aspect of it. He's been building coloring books to sell on Amazon and some other things, but I thought I would just show a few samples. The little girl here is my daughter that he created an AI to look like a princess. And then any of you Harry Potter lovers, he created Harry and Hagrid both dressed in drag, which they look awesome, I think. And then here's some fun music ones. So people have converted, have used AI to use one singer's voice singing another singer's music. So let's listen to a few of those. After this ad, I apologize. So cute, right? Okay, here's another one with Johnny Cash. Okay, and then one more. This one's pretty funny. Okay, and then some artistic things. So this first one is actually one that my son made, and I can share the name of the software that he used in the comments, but go through to show you this. This one, and then here is another one that I found. Just humans drinking different things. So all of this done by AI. It's kind of fun, right? In my mind, I'm thinking things that you could do with it, with this aspect of it would be creating your own digital or physical backdrops, because there wouldn't be anything else like it, because you're the one that's, you know, completely created it. But again, I know nothing about that side of things, but I'm working on getting someone to teach a class on that knows a little bit more about that. So To the matter at hand, how can AI help me in my photo booth business? So a few things, your social media presence, communicating with your clients, responding to trends in the industry, working more efficiently in streamlining processes, and writing business proposals. So those are the things that we're going to talk about today. So using prompts to improve your social media. So what I want to do is I want to show you on my screen some of the things that I've done. I bought some prompts and I'm going to share them with you at the end. I'm going to give you a link to these, but and these are just some more instructions, but some social media prompts that I have for you, using like best strategies, best practices, generating content ideas, optimizing your profile, trends in the industry. The first one we're going to do is this, is creating an Instagram monthly content calendar. So your task is to help me to create 30 social media posts for the following business in English. Each post should be at least 5 sentences long. It should not mention discounts or new products. Everything I said above is important and must be followed. Put each of these into a nice looking table, give a suggested image for what should go on each post, and they should be, in grid format. So you could add or take away from this anything that you wanted to add, but basically it's a prompt so it knows exactly what to do. And then you can ask again to be a little bit more specific if it's not kind of spitting out exactly what you want to see. So this is basically, I wrote the same thing. So I have another, a new business that I'm working on. It's called Elevated Boss Babe, and it's a quarterly subscription box for female entrepreneurs, namely photo booth owners. And my mission is mindset, basically, and just working on these 3 aspects of mindset. So professional, personal growth, and self-care. So that is what this, the point of this one is. So I asked it to, I just copied and pasted this prompt, and I wanted to have, my goal was to have enough posts so that I could, let's say every Monday have a professional mindset post, and then maybe every Wednesday have a personal growth mindset, and maybe every Friday have a self-care one. So 30 of those would take me out like 10 weeks. So that if I just did those 3 days a week. So I have basically everything I already read, but it said, this post should share the common theme of mindset, alternating between each of these 3 areas of women's life: professional, personal, and self-care. And then I just wrote what the business is. So this is how it brought it out for me. And I think it's really it's nicely organized. So it has a title, or it's a title for me, so I can see, okay, this one's on professional. It has a suggested image, which, I could take it or leave it. Reading through here, developing a growth mindset is successful or crucial for success in the professional realm, blah, blah, blah. And then it's got some hashtags at the end. It's great. And then the second theme, a personal mindset, it has an idea of a photo of a woman, and then just another one with some hashtags, and then one for self-care, woman practicing yoga, and then having something there with some more hashtags. So one thing in ChatGPT, and I can show you like on these prompts that I gave you, I'm giving you, here's the website that I use. This is probably the most widely used chat one that there is, but it's called OpenAI. The account is free. I hear both sides, like you can pay or not pay. I've never paid for it. I think it works just fine. But people that want a little bit more recent content might choose that, or you could just even try it for a month and see if you can tell the difference. But so all that information's here, and I'll come back to that later. But so one thing on here that you see over here, you can just grab it and copy it like that and paste it where you want it. So I did that. I'll show you what I did. I copied, pasted into a spreadsheet on Google Drive, and this is what it came out looking like. So it's a complete mess. So I ended up going through and putting all of this in a way that I liked. So it looks like this. So I have the post number. So if I was doing 30 posts, I should have 10 of professional, 10 of personal, 10 of self-care, the type of post, and then the suggested image. So it went through here. So I have 10 of those, 10 of personal, 10 of self-care. So I did this a second time for a different topic. And this time I just physically grabbed everything, you know, and I just, in fact, when I even highlighted where it says regenerate response, it grabbed everything that I had below there. So I didn't even have to try to scroll down the page, but it formatted everything perfectly that way. So that's what I had for this one. So then I thought, okay, what else could I do? Let's do something for sales. I have one like this. My prompt was, let's see what my prompt was for that one. Oh, I think I just tried it a different way. Okay. Go through a different one. Okay, so this is one I wanted to do on like some questions to ask, just to kind of create engagement with followers. So I have a whole page at the bottom here where I just have a bunch of questions. And then I had one, some of the personal mindset ones were coming out sort of like self-care. So I changed it to say personal growth. And so I have a bunch of those on here. And then ones that I wanted specifically as sales content. I brought some of those. So I have all of these. And then like if I was going to do a giveaway, you know, I have some different giveaway ideas or another engagement one for this or that. Like what are some other this or that's I could use in this sort of theme? And so I have all those. So basically, I just have a whole bunch of stuff that I have all ready to go whenever I'm ready to use it. So basically for this first one, if we go back to this first one, what I did is I created all of this. I have all these 30 posts in here. So then the next thing I did, I had some templates and I just changed them into my brand colors, which is kind of like a rose gold, gray and white. And then I just started duplicating after I kind of got a ways through here. So it's not like I had to create like billions of these, but so let's just take this first one, for example. This one, I named them all like like professional 1 through 10, personal 1 through 10, self-care 1 through 10. So I can sort of keep track of it. And so let's say this one, embrace challenges as moments for growth and learning. So if you go back to this, I think I just used a sentence out of here. Embrace challenges as opportunities for growth and learning. A woman confidently leading a team in a professional setting. So if we look at this is pretty much what she's doing. I was looking for something that was women with other women, have my colors, have my logo on it. And then in the post, I, you know, included the entire thing. And I read through them just to make sure that they sound good. They don't sound robotic and stuff, robotic. And that's what I did. I went through all of these. I did 30 of them. And then I scheduled them all. I know that there's a lot of different social media schedulers that you can use. I'm using, it's called Hero Post. It's okay. It's a little funky, but I got a lifetime membership for maybe $150 rather than having to pay a certain amount every single month. But anyway, and then at the bottom, I kind of started messing around, making some like question ones, some giveaway looking ones, some this or that ones. I'm still working on it, but I've created about 2 months worth of posts with that so far. Okay, so let's see what is next. So another way that you can use AI is to help answer some tough questions. So how can you do that in your photo booth business? So what I did is I went through some posts throughout the women's group, people that had where they copied and pasted actual text rather than screenshots. So I had to go back a ways. So some of these aren't super new, but I believe this first one was though. So this was basically what I did is I just copied the post from the women's network and put it in here. So this is what the AI would say. And I was really surprised that a lot of these answers were really similar to those that the women used. So I was kind of impressed. So what would you do? You had a 4-hour event. Boost was down for 11 minutes. It froze for a few minutes before that, but you took 255 pictures, which means that there was a photo every minute. The bride is claiming a major malfunction, missed a bunch of moments, blah, 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 blah. So she's wanting a refund. So what does the AI say? Assess the severity of the malfunction, evaluate the contract terms, document evidence, consider additional services provided, address the standby issue, and then just some other ideas. But it was all very logical and realistic advice, I believe. And I mean, it's just great answer. Here's another one. How soon to how soon to send a follow-up email after you've had a consultation? She was extremely excited, but not getting any responses to emails. So then and this is just great information to have for all clients. So suggest a timeline for follow-ups, an immediate thank you within 24 hours, sending a contract, follow-up 3 to 5 business days, and then a final follow-up 1 to 2 weeks. And then, you can kind of read through that, see what else they say. Here's one that we all have to deal with. Somebody's 2-year-old in the photo booth touching everything. The parents aren't around. They're not really paying attention, saying that the person is rude, blah, blah, blah. And so just talking about dealing with these challenging situations, stay calm and friendly, acknowledge the child, express concern, blah, blah, blah. So it's just there's just some really great answers. Let's do one more. Oh no, let's skip that one. That was long. Yeah, let's just, I think I was, so we had somebody asking about nonprofits removing tax. Suggested approach to handle this request: verify the status, understand the tax laws, explain your policy, offer alternatives, provide resources. And then it had, like a sample letter. So this is all great information. I've been using it kind of like Google, how can I do this? Like just today, even I said, I'm learning Spanish and I'm trying to have more conversations. Can you start some conversations with me? And so the AI was asking me some questions using very simple words, and I was able to just kind of go back and forth, and it was challenging enough, but not too much to where I got really frustrated. And I don't know, it was nice learning. Okay, let's see, what was I going to show you next? Okay, so using AI to streamline processes and work more efficiently. There are, well, I'm going to show you some different things that I've done on here with these prompts. So I showed you like the content calendars and like have content ideas, idea generators, a blog. Blogs are great to, start driving traffic to your website. But nurturing leads, like what kinds of, like these is a whole bunch of questions, like what kind of automatic email sequences can we create to nurture leads and keep them engaged throughout the funnel for blah, blah, blah. So let's just say you go to a bridal show and you have maybe a series of 6 to 10 emails that you'd like to go out. And so these funnels are great. These automated emails, you can set these up in MailChimp or in other email marketing websites. But maybe you're sending, tips like things that you should ask, a photo booth company, or sending a special, or, just kind of reminding them who you were, where you were at the bridal show, things like that. And then having, just being sort of in their email box for a while. And then you can have rules set up so that they exit the funnel if they book, or if they've told you no, and then you can sort of take care of it that way. But there's just all sorts of different questions that you can ask. Ways to respond to clients, overcoming objections. A lot of the stuff that we sort of just kind of think up on the fly, it would be great if we just had everything in our toolkit and we just knew exactly how to respond. You know, acting as if you have your own chief marketing officer and you just ask the Chat GPT, you know, how can I recognize the role of marketing and overall success of my company? How can I measure my success of my marketing campaign? There were some others, it's not in here. Let me show you. I bought all of these prompts and I can find out how to get access to them, but they have so much. Like this I thought was really interesting. It's called Who, finding top experts most notoriety on social media in the photo booth industry. So you could just copy this question, paste it into Chat GPT, and I did this. I didn't recognize any of these companies, but it talked about what they did on social media that gave them this notoriety, and it was just great information to have. Like, okay, well, if I want to be more visible, if I want to have more engagement, I should be doing these, you know, things like this. So had some like that. Another one, let's see. I'm just thinking of how I'm just really all about having more efficiency in my business. So, you know, like the emails, like the email funnels, so the email marketing funnels, the scheduling, the social media posts, the asking how you can be a little, you know, a little more competitive in your social media marketing, things like that. You could even ask, you know, how do I improve my SEO? What are things that I can do? What should I do right now? They can look at websites. It's just unlimited, the things that you can do. So, and then the last one that we're going to talk about is the ethical use of AI. I just did a question even on here. How can I use this? How can I use AI ethically? Just making sure that I am you know, doing things properly. I'm having a hard time finding this. I had it the other day. Well, we could just basically, you want to read what you're writing. Read if you were to write a letter to a customer, if you were to write a post, you want to make sure that you're reading through what you see, tweaking it so that you have it in your voice, so that you're not just spitting out information and kind of being like lazy with it. But really be mindful about the content that you're putting out and the way that you're talking to your clients, and making sure that they really believe that you're the person that's speaking to them and not a computer. I think that the longer that this is out, the more people are going to be able to recognize things like that, as far as photos, as far as communication, things like that. So just really be mindful of being the person, like the person behind the business, not the computer behind the business. So even I would even just ask the AI yourself. In fact, I'll show you how you can do this. So how can I make sure that I'm using AI in an ethical manner? So let's just see what they say. So, you know, educating yourself about its capabilities, limitations, data privacy, you know, making sure that you're handling and collecting data responsibly, being transparent about the use of it. I mean, I don't think I would tell clients I'm writing this via AI, but just, you know, just being really cognizant of this. You know, human oversight, knowing that, you know, I would not just take an AI's word for something, or if they're offering a suggestion of words to change in your website, you might copy and paste that into Google and see if there's, you know, those direct words are coming up in somebody else's website. You certainly don't want to copy it, you know, what somebody else is saying. You know, continuously monitoring and improving, and let's see here. It's just, you know, just being really, just knowing that this is a computer and you're a person, and just to be using it the right way. Okay. And then go back. So that is all. Since there's nobody on this call, you can't really ask me questions live, but feel free to leave some questions in the comments and I will make sure to try to answer them, or at least get some answers for you. I'm also going to leave the link for this prompt, or this list of prompts. There's about 9 pages of prompts here, so that you can, you know, sort of play with and use, and it might bring up some other questions for you to be able to ask the AI. But let me reiterate, you do not need to pay for a subscription. I mean, if you feel like you want to, go for it, but I don't believe it's necessary at all. So anyway, thank you for joining me today. I hope that you learned a lot, and until next time. Okay.